Right. For those who don't know who you are, can you give us a little introduction about yourself and tell us about background?
Yeah, of course, yeah. So my DJ name is Pee-wee, real name Paul, from Manchester in the UK. I've been DJing now for around, we'll say, close to about 14 years, something like that. And then producing around about 6-7 years. I'd probably say 5 years, taking it seriously. Did a degree in music production with Point Blank. And then from there, just focused on making music, trying to make it a full-time thing. Music styles more like deep tech, minimal, but I'd say more on the techie side of things. So that's the kind of music that I make.
Yeah, and then you joined me on the course, on actually the second run of ever the course, and we did the live courses in the May. Do you remember what your motivation was jumping on the course was and joining us was for?
At the time, obviously, I just had that track signed. I was just wanting to progress, but I didn't really know kind of where to go from there. Especially, obviously, I know that you're a wizard with like social media side of things as well. That was always something that I really struggled for and needed a lot more like kind of help and advice on. I think I don't know if I'd seen an ad or I was already following you. I'm not sure. I know a couple of people had mentioned like you in passing as well, some other producers that I'd met. I did it was like a 1-day course at Fabric. They had some talks there. Maybe you was a guest speaker there.
Yeah, I was. Oh, that's sick. Yeah. I remember that was such a good day. That was I remember that. That was good. That was good fun.
Yeah, so I think I saw you there. Obviously, loved what you were talking about, and you seem very knowledgeable. So I've fancied a bit of that, and sent you a message, and then the rest is history. Got stuck into the course, and what a massive help it's been. What a massive help. Even just like the little tools and little websites that you can use to just things such as like Clipper or something like that for getting your audio and videos and all those little things and InShot, and you're just a wizard at knowing the right apps to use. It's going to save me massive amounts of time and help me kind of focus on the production side of things. So I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I was going to say, what was the biggest things you got out of the course, and what stuff have you implemented as well?
Social media, like content scheduling, was a massive thing. I was very like I just post as and when I would go like I wouldn't even think it had been that long, and I could go 4 or 5 months and not post anything and just not realize I just wasn't concentrating on social media at all. It wasn't that I didn't have content. I was just, I don't know what it was. I wasn't in that routine, and you kind of explaining it in easy layman's terms, and things like getting a content calendar set up and planning like 3 months in advance, for example, of like what content you're going to post. I found that kind of stuff like really, really helpful. Like I said, the little apps that you kind of suggested as well to help us use, that was helpful as well. So by putting all those little bits together, it improved my content creation like tenfold, I would say, and the organization for that as well improved massively.
Wicked. That's really good. I'm so happy. Like the content now you're putting out now is amazing. I absolutely love it, and it's absolutely killer. And the results are just showing for itself. And I hope they are getting more than you can sort of see from just looking at it. I hope they are expanding for you as well.
Oh yeah, it's been a revolution since I started doing that. Those main focus was like end of December. I was like, New Year's coming, 2023. Let's absolutely smash it this year. Let's get the preparation. I did my 3 months scheduling. I got all my ideas together, and then boom, just started cracking on. Then as soon as like it got to 1st of January and started making the content.
And then as you were finishing the course, you had the Ketamine EP, which I actually premiered the lead track. I helped you get the answer on Techno Bible. That's right.
Oh, the one, yeah.
So that came out sort of toward, I think it was end of July. It was. I remember. Because I was looking at it this morning thinking that was at the end of the course. And then did you kind of apply stuff to make that release do better because after doing that course, basically?
Definitely, 100%. Because obviously I knew the release date, so then I just started planning properly for that release. Whereas Love House, I think it was just the day of, I made a post, that was that. Do you know what I mean? Not much follow-up to it at all, if I'm completely honest, at the time. Whereas with Ketamine, I had a bit more of a build towards the release, and then obviously pushed it afterwards. Got in contact with the right playlists, like Spotify playlists that you'd recommended, pushing it through like SoundCloud. Obviously Techno Bible did a premiere on it. Blank did a premiere on it as well. So I just kind of had a few more extra contacts that I could use at that point as well. So,
that's really cool. That's really cool. You can see I was just looking at the streams on SoundCloud. The difference between like the first track had a few hundred, and that one had like 6,000. Congrats. That's amazing.
Thank you. Yeah, I think John Summit put it on a playlist on Beatport, and then that had that had like a significant boost on the sales on Beatport. I know that because I think at first there's a remix on there from Ants, who's now going by Antiago. He's flying. Yeah, that was always kind of like outperforming it, and then as soon as John Summit put it on that playlist, it just kind of shot past it. Obviously, when John's rapping your music, it's a good thing these days.
Yeah. That's amazing. Finally, can you just sort of sum up how working with us was and the course, and would you recommend it to others?
Yeah, of course, I'd 100% recommend it to others. Like the amount of content that I got from yourself, like I think what the people don't realize about this course is it's not just a 6-week course or however long of course it is. Grahame does these chats that are weekly chats with everyone that's been on the course, and he's been running them practically every week since I started the course 2 years ago. You don't have to go every week; you can kind of pop in every time, whenever you're free to do so. And then if you've got any questions about anything that's happening at that time, whether it's regarding ads or you've got a release coming up and, has Grahame got any suggestions, then it's just perfect for that side of things. You've got the networking thing as well with all the other people that are attending the course that can only be helpful. But yeah, the day-to-day stuff that he's helped me with from this course, like I say, with the organising my content, little apps that have been key to my progression has been unreal, honestly. It kind of gave me the kick up the backside that I needed regarding content creation. And yeah, I can't speak highly enough of it, to be honest. It's been a massive, massive help. And all these things that have kind of been put to me in the course 2 years ago, and I'm still using them to this day, and it's making my life so much easier. So yeah, I'd highly recommend it.
Oh, that's great to hear, dude. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I can't wait to see what happens this year. I'm blown away with what you were saying about content earlier and how that series has just opened up so much for you. And I'm so happy with all of that's happening, which I'm so pleased, honestly.
Thank you.
And I can't wait to see how this release does. And then,
I'm looking forward to it.
Me too.